Power Automate and Copilot Studio are really two parts of your AI solutions and they need to work together. Now, a lot of times people see them as two versions of the same thing, but really, Power Automate is the powerful back end, and Copilot Studio is for building the front ends, that communication layer with your users. Now, where Copilot Studio is good is that it's very easy to use. Anyone in your organization, in theory, who's had a bit of training, can go in and start spinning up agents with it. The problem is, without the expertise on how to build agents correctly, how to understand how data needs to be structured, and so on, these really should be stuck at the proof of concept stage. They often get rolled out, or people use them and find out there are limitations and then think it's a problem with the software. So the way I approach this when I'm working with an organization is that Studio is great for your teams to have, but they shouldn't be pushing things to production from there. They should be testing ideas, testing concepts. That can then get handed over to a specialist developer, and a lot of it can then be replicated in Power Automate, because what you want to do is take away this non-determinative nature of AI, which tends to be very heavy in the Copilot Studio side, but with Power Automate you can remove a lot of that. It also means you can refine things like the AI usage, the particular models that are being used, and then you can put that data somewhere and you can have a Copilot Studio agent contact it and communicate with that and use that to talk to your user. And then in Studio you can just set the rules and the rails around it. But this is the problem a lot of companies are facing that I see, is that this data side of it, they are using Copilot Studio, they're having it talk to data that hasn't been cleaned up properly, hasn't been structured necessarily properly, and then the output they are getting is not the quality they need. Whereas building that as a proof of concept in Copilot Studio, then rebuilding the back end of it correctly in Power Automate, and just plugging that into Copilot Studio can give a lot better results. So if you're in the Microsoft ecosystem, you're looking at AI agents and this whole concept of agentic AI, that's the approach I would take. Don't treat them as two independent things where Copilot Studio is just used by your teams and then Power Automate is something that sits with the back-end developer team. You have to break down those silos and have people working together on this to build agents that work well, are scalable, and can hopefully be rolled out across your organization.